They also pushed Makamba to defense, and Johnny FROBYS have come in to sit in front of the defense as well. And obviously their striker, Knowledge Musona, who didn't start the game against Egypt, is leading the attack today alongside Bonnie.
There is the man in charge. That is Patrice Bomel, only in charge since September, only appointed in September to replace the long-serving Pedro Gonzalez, who had been in charge since 2019. Our match referee is from Kenya, Mr. Petro Kamaku, assisted by his compatriots Gilbert Chariot and Stephen Yimbe. Mustafa Keshtaf is the fourth official. VAR referees Hamza El Farik. Captaining, of course, these two sides are Frankie for Angola and Marvelous Nakamba for Zimbabwe. As we see our VAR officials. VAR has been called in to intervene on a couple of occasions and most of the matches in the opening round. And to good effect, it must be said. That's a veteran, 40-year-old as well, and that is Washington Arubi. How will they be shaping up?
They are shaping, and when they are defending, they will defend with 5 players, and when they are attacking, they attack with a lot of men. Their star man in midfield have been pushed to the defense. The looting midfielder, Nakamba, and they brought in Johnny FROBYS, who will sit in front of the back 3. And allow all the midfielders to go forward because he's a goal winner and he's going to be instrumental in the setup for Coach Mario Marinica.
All set then. This Mario Marinica also recently appointed in November. He was appointed only his 4th match in charge. So one win and 2 losses, of course. Second being the most recent one. A real gentleman here. This is the second Africa Cup of Nations has been led Malawi back in 2021. As the countdown is on there. And well, listen, the referee didn't wait for the countdown to end. Underway, it's Angola in the red strip, attacking the goals to the right. The Brave Warriors of Zimbabwe are in all white this afternoon. Yes, so a total of 4 changes in the side of Zimbabwe, 3 on the side of Angola from the opening round of matches, or the opening matches. Zimbabwe including 2 experienced players there, the most experienced of them being Knowledge Musona, who plays for a side in Zimbabwe known as Scotland FC, and 35 years old now is Knowledge Musona, and captained Zimbabwe at their last appearance at the Nations Cup. Divine Lunga is a Sundowns, plays for Mamelodi Sundowns in South Africa. The left back, vastly experienced at this level, and has played the CAF Champions League as well for Zimbabwe. But see, Freddy, captain, or rather that was Tom Carnero, the left back, who spends a lot of time getting forward. He's such a key man for them going forward. They really were impressive in the first half against South Africa. Even though they went a goal down, they came back well, equalized, but the second half they were just overwhelmed. Let's have a look at this now. Break possibly for Zimbabwe. It's opening up here. Oh, what a chance! What a chance that was for Bill Antonio. One of the 4 changes made to the starting lineup, and really should have done a lot better there. But
I think so. He should have done better. 1v1, he was able to get through, but his body couldn't make him get the ball very well. I don't. The pitch was absolutely brilliant for him to score this goal. He missed a huge chance.
They backed off him. It opened up in front of him, and really all he had to do was put a shot on target for what would have been his 2nd goal for his country in his 10th international appearance. Made his debut for Zimbabwe as an 18-year-old. But Bill Antonio plays football in Germany. Well, that was just a warning there from the Zimbabweans in terms of how they want to go about their business here this afternoon. Ben Antonio plays in for Mechelen in Belgium, as you see that foul on Dor Canelo. Punching challenge, the referee, no hesitation, reaches for his pocket. It's going to be a very early yellow card here. And show there's a man that gets the yellow when we got the equalizer for Angola against South Africa. And he didn't even look at the referee because I think he knew he was in trouble there.
That was a very dangerous tackle. He showed the wood and he deserved to be booked. That's very
dangerous. That's up. Punching challenge on the man, needless as well. And man on the receiving end of it, Prince Dube, who scored the opener against I don't think that argument will work for Patrice Baumel, saying that's a first offense, not like that. Reckless and endangering another player, and show putting on the wrong type of show becomes the first player into referee Kamaku's book.
That's absolutely unnecessary to go and say tackles, especially in the middle of the field, where the ball is not dangerous or it's not in attacking area.
Great knowledge, Muson and Manu, and now to the much to the delight of Zimbabwe supporters, announced his and he would be coming out of retirement and have another go at the Nations Cup. Zimbabwe looking to get out of the group for the very first time at a Nations Cup. And this would be in a game that they would be targeting, where they would compete. You know, fellow Southern Africans, there were 2 fellow Southern African nations in South Africa and Angola that they'll be facing in this Group B. But I think we've already seen early indications of the kind of game we can expect, given what's at stake here. Defeat for either side will surely send them packing, even though a single win, 3 points, could be enough to see the team qualify as one of the best placed 3rd place finishers. 4 get to go to the next group, along with the teams that finish in the top 2 of each group. Manuel on the ball. I've given it away now. Avangola. Yes, Prince Dube back up and running after that bad challenge from Show. Freddie was key to everything that Angola did against South Africa. He was one of their best players, even provided the assist for the equalizer. As you see, Divine Lunga making his first appearance at this year's Nations Cup. Was one of those players who were ruled out through injury, along with Knowledge Musona. Defender Munashe Garananga trained, but he starts this one amongst the subs. 15 subs that are permitted for this Nations Cup.
I think for the opening 7 minutes, Zimbabwe has been very aggressive, winning all the 50-50 balls in the middle and pushing very hard.
That's a tone has been set, that's for sure, for this Group B clash. So very loud support in the stadium for Zimbabwe. Not a big band of supporters, but they're very vocal in the main stand below us. Now then, see what the Mullins can do. Freddie, the pass there to pick out. Zola is at the corner. They're appealing for a corner. Is it given? It is indeed.
So,
assisting Mariana Marinico, or Mario as he is more popularly known, is former Zimbabwe captain there in the background, who is out of your picture. Let's have a look at this corner. Chance for Angola. Scored via set piece against South Africa. The header from Zola didn't really connect that one. Canero loses out to Prince Dube. Knowledge Musona. That's a great pass out wide now. Possibilities here for Zimbabwe. And good work from Clinton Mata. Not diving in, just guiding his man, showing him the line. It's gone for a corner. And Zimbabwe looking very dangerous every time they break. Abel Antonio, the Michelin man.
Angola is here to settle in the game, and Zimbabwe is pushing hard to get the first goal in their early stages.
You heard that loud and clear from the referee. I will give a penalty if you're holding on to your man. Very clear instructions. Clear warning. Flat one taken. Knowledge Musona flicks it on to the near post and Hugo Marks collects. Confirmation 10 minutes into it. Still scoreless here at the grandstand in Marrakesh. But the game has really gotten off to a flying start. Not a big tint being shown here. As you would expect, as I said, potentially defeat. And there's a miss, they went for the volley there with Benny, and puts it out wide.
I think Benin believe in themselves. They wanted to go for a volley, but unfortunately missed the ball.
And Boland's also making a fair bit of noise here. So two sides that have faced each other in the group phases of the Nations Cup, but or rather in the qualifiers of the Nations Cup, but never at the finals. 4 times they've met in AFCON qualifiers, dating back to 1998. The last of them being for the 2013 edition, which was held in South Africa. Angola finishing ahead of Zimbabwe in both those qualifying campaigns. Also were drawn together in the World Cup qualifiers for 2006, which Angola ended up qualifying for. Their first qualification for a World Cup it was. This is Shaw. Nicely moving the ball around nicely here. Angola, Dala keeps possession well. Canero. skipper Freddie offering support. The referee says play on. Waved in by Jonah FROBYS. Dala! Oh, tried to pass it into the net. No power behind it. Seemed to be caught in two minds as whether we wanted to hit that hard or just place it. In the end, it was a pass back to the keeper.
Just a dollar, but unfortunately for him, he didn't get the ball and was too feeble to score. Unfortunate. Great player. Beautiful play.
In fact, rated by his captain, Freddie, as the best Angolan player of all time, which is saying quite something when you consider the greats that have come out of Angola. Flavio being amongst the best, I would say, if not the very best. They've had acts of Manucho. This is Dala, latest of this young generation of Angolan internationals looking to make a name as a free kick. FROBYS goes quick. Picked up by Clinton Mata. Centre back who plays in France for Olympique Lyonnais. Here he is. Trying to whip something in there. Was Benson Manuel. Corner, another corner forced here by Angola. It's Divine Lunga who got the last touch. This man is new in this job with Angola, but plenty of AFCON experience. Patrice Beaumer. He plays the long serve with Pedro Gonçalves. In it comes, cleared away by Gerald Taquara. Switching it up at Torcanero. Beautifully controlled by Freddie, the skipper, who says this will be his last Nations Cup. Fancy header. Again, no real power to trouble Washington Arubi. Arubi was kept very busy against Egypt, made 6 saves, which is the most at the Nations Cup thus far. "40 years old now, Washington Arubi.
Angola gradually settled very well, pushing very hard from the flanks and doing some good crossing. He jumped very well, but unfortunately he didn't get the punch on the ball.
Manuel. To Freddie, Manuel. Zimbabwe defense. Keep that one at bay. It's Freddie again making himself available, always looking for work.
His runs is causing a lot of problem for Zimbabwe defense. Great player.
Teenage David, yeah. There's a man down. This is assistant checking on him. It looks okay. Another one of the very experienced members of this Zimbabwe squad. Plays his football in Major League Soccer these days, Teenage Hatebe, and also now Arubi. This man needing a attention. His deputy is Elvis Chipezeze, another player who plays his football in South Africa. See the Angolan supporters joined by some of the locals. At the moment they are say please check on teenage as well. This is suggested from General Takwara, because they don't want to lose him. Okay, one of the Spaniards is playing his 33rd match for his country. Centre back, the big centre back plays as a left back as well. Marshall Munetsi was one of the surprise omission there. He was quite upset about being left out, felt that he wasn't given enough time to prove that the injury that he suffered at club level was not as serious as thought, but I guess the coach had to make a decision and opted to leave him out. Gola win possession back. Freddie, one of the players who was part of the Angolan side that reached the under-17 World Cup in 2019. To build at the back now. Angola have this curious record that when they have failed to win their opening match at the Nations Cup, they have not managed to win their second game. They would rather manage to win a first one. Let's have a look at this. Oh, what a finish! Excellent finish from Gelson Dala. Zimbabwe went to sleep at the back there. Gelson Dala punishes him. Gets his 16th goal in his 46th appearance for his country. And gives the Palanga Snakers the lead. What a strike.
Obviously, what a strike. Angola has been possessing the ball very well. Anytime they are playing with 5 back, there's always spaces on the flanks. And that is exactly what happened. And Dasadala, you can't give him that kind of space. He is committed, he was calm, he was composed, and beautifully put the ball inside the net. Great goal, great player, excellent play.
Take a look at this, then how they'll get opened up.
So the first Lake Cup play with Nzola has been very fantastic. He plays the ball to the left back. He saw Dala moving in the space, beautifully chipped the ball, one touch, then on the first ball.
What a ball, that ball from Toro Canero. Chips it behind the defenders there. And the finish from Dala sets himself up, lets the ball come across him, and beats Arubi on the near post, but the power was too much. Angola 1, Zimbabwe 0. Gelson Dala, the man who plays for Al Wakra in Qatar. Started off went to Sporting Lisbon when he did start his pro career, but never really broke into the side. He was picked up after that performance, as I said, after impressing, spent a few seasons at Sporting, but just never broke into the side. And now, again, looking to catch the eye at the Nations Cup.
The combination between Canero and Jasandala at the flanks has been very influential in this game. For the past 25 minutes, they have been a threat to their opponent.
Prince Tube, when who gave Zimbabwe the lead against Egypt, they're looking to him perhaps to try and get them back on level terms here. Ball flicked in, here could be a chance, but Uber March picks it up. Zola. Chateme for company. Switching play. Brings in our goal scorer, Dala. Carelessly given away, but they reclaim possession. Tocanero's done well.